Hey everyone, it's Rob. Just wanted to do something kind of casual for Friday. I just want to talk a little bit. I don't know, this is maybe just going to be me rambling, but I really am I'm really trying to do more with this channel, and one thing that I struggle with a lot is having ideas. I've always wanted to do something with media and video production and movies and stuff like that. And I mean, honestly, I've had a few different, there have been a few different formats of art that I've tried. And that's always the thing, like writing or painting or drawing or videos or anything is just coming up with ideas. But I'm about to ramble about this, but one thing that I'm going to try to do just at the head of the video is I am going to try to upload 2 videos a week. And these will include something that's creative or something a little bit more fun on Tuesdays. And then Fridays, I want to do something really casual, like, just sort of rambling videos like this one, or some whispers or guided meditation, or who knows, just something very casual and neat and just, kind of talking. My hope is that the more that I do create content and the more that I just try and get some of the ideas I do have on a paper and then on a film, and that will make it easier for me to come up with more ideas. So that's going to be the future of this channel. And for those of you that are here, those of you that have been watching my pepper video, thank you very much. It's really exciting to see little buds of a community starting to form, so I'm very, very grateful for you. But let's see, what is going on in my life? I am in a new city. I've been here for, I guess now, about 2 months, and it's fun. It's really cool. It's somewhere that I've wanted to live for a little while, but I also moved here and then pretty much immediately lost my job, so I have not been able to take advantage of as many of the sites and things to do and things like that I've wanted to yet. But I mean, that's coming. It's really, really challenging for a lot of people right now to not have a job, and it's scary times, but also I've found that there's so much good in just staying as positive as you can and continuing to try and look for the little moments that give some relief from how stressful it can be. As you know, I have a dog who I love very much. She is struggling with some health problems right now, which thankfully are being addressed this coming week. But I've really looked a lot to her. I find myself just having these moments of really, really feeling like there's a lot of pressure and so much could happen in just a given moment, and I just have to stop myself and look around and say, I have this home today, I have this dog today, I have my health today. And I don't want to let go of that in case, a month from now, a year from now, things are better. Or, I mean, maybe even if things are worse. I don't want to look back at any point in my life and say that I didn't really absorb or I didn't really take advantage of the things that were there in my life, even when it seemed like I was missing so much. So that's been a big part of my life right now. And that's also very true of this channel and of this community. I am so grateful that I've gained the skills that I need to start doing video production. I have a camera and recording equipment and things like that that have been really, have taken a lot of luck for me to come into. And I'm also very proud of how things are starting to look. The pepper video that I just did last week, or I guess this week when this will be coming out, but the one that I did before this video, I'm so proud of how that turned out for something that I set up myself. I filmed myself, I lit myself, I edited, and just every step of the way was just me alone. Something that, even though I've been doing this now for a couple of years, gradually been working towards getting that sort of look and that sort of feel just how I want it. And it feels like I'm finally starting to fit those pieces of the puzzle into place. This is just really, obviously, a departure from that. If you watched my life update video, you know that I'm set up right now in my closet. But really, if you're getting into content creation, if you want to do ASMR and you don't have anything, you just have your phone and a microphone, or a phone and earbuds or whatever, and you want to make sure you're in a good quiet place to do it, a closet is great, because having all your clothes hung up and stuff around you does a lot for sound dampening. Little trick for you. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting times living in the world today. Let's see. I don't think I want to go with talking about that. That's too depressing. What else has been going on? Oh, I've been watching a ton of movies, and my parents just visited while they were here. I showed them Challengers from last year, which many of you probably know, but was a very popular tennis movie. I really loved it because I feel like the writing was a masterful example of character study. Now, all three of the main characters really prominently showed just a different part of one personality. That was the way I described it when I was talking to my dad about it after we watched it. In some ways, it seems like all three of the characters are just different parts of the same person, the id, the ego, and the superego. And the way that the tension builds and recedes off of each other is just so well done. And then especially pairing it with the symbolism of a tennis match, just going back and forth with these different volleys and these different conflicts and tensions and relationships and everything. It just, so good. So yeah, I obviously really like Challengers, and so did they, which my parents are pretty cool, so I am glad that they liked it. I do have a few ideas for future videos that I'm starting to plot out and plan for, and will be implementing pretty quickly. But as this community starts to grow, I would love to get ideas of different things you would like me to do, either different types of triggers, or if there is a theme that you like. I already plan on doing some more ambient things. When weather permits, I'd love to do more rain videos and driving videos. I also have a couple of role plays that I've had in mind that I want to start working on. I'm really, really excited about those. But let me know in the comments just what kind of things you want to see, what kind of things you like, what brought you to the page. Really, really just anything you want to talk about. I would love to read your comments. And of course, liking and subscribing to the channel really, really helps. Especially right now, being a smaller creator, a newer creator, it lets me get a lot more momentum in the direction I need to be able to start doing this more frequently. I would love to someday get to a point where I can just focus on this full time, maybe even do more than 2 videos a week. But also right now, we're kind of throwing things at the wall. I'm seeing what triggers really resonate with people, what people like to see, just everything like that. So I really, really will take any sort of feedback you have to heart. With it being summer, the weather where I live basically feels like summer already. And I am full on in the summer mode. Another thing that's really helped me with just kind of not feeling like life is too monotonous without a job is I've really been into working out. Not long enough to do any sort of results, but I've really been getting into doing some boxing. For a long, long time, I've really been into running, so I've been starting to do that. Though it might be getting a little too hot pretty soon for me to do that at certain points of the day. We'll see. But also, along with summertime comes summer concerts. And the place I live is really good for concerts. They have a couple music festivals here every year. And I missed one of the big ones, but there is another big one coming up pretty soon. And I'm really excited to see that. What else? One thing you guys may not know is that last year I was in 3 movies, including one that I directed myself. Really, really proud of those. And I am looking at writing more alongside what I'm making for this channel. All Night ASMR is going to be my primary creative outlet for now, just because I really want to dedicate myself to one lane. But I do have a couple other things going on in the background that I might have coming out this year, or maybe next year, depending on just how things go. I think that it's really important one thing that I will be getting to among my list of different ideas for things for the channel is positive affirmations. And I've I've done those a few times, mostly when giving advice to people. But it's a little bit different doing it for ASMR because you're speaking a little more generally. And usually when I give people affirmations, it's a little bit more tailored and specific. But it is an interesting change, an interesting idea. But one thing that's coming to mind now that I want to talk a little bit about is creativity. I remember when I was maybe about 6 years old, I had never tried drawing, had never done any sort of art or anything like that. But one day I realized that I had just, whenever I did draw something or do anything that was like artistic for a 6-year-old, it was just stick figures or whatever. And I thought to myself, you know what? I want to sit down and draw a dragon, and I'm going to take my time. I'm going to be really stubborn about it, and I'm just going to draw this dragon and make it look as realistic to my idea of what a dragon is as possible. And it was awful. I mean, it was a 6-year-old's drawing, you know, like it was probably cute or whatever, but it wasn't what my 6-year-old brain thought was a good piece of work. But it was significantly different than anything I had drawn before. And that kind of gave me this bug of like, okay, like the only thing that you need to do to get better at drawing is just try to do it. And so I kept trying and kept trying and kept trying. And I mean, I don't consider myself to be a great visual artist when it comes to drawing and painting. But I'm not bad, and really I owe it all to that. So what I want to say is, if you feel like you're not good at something, especially topically, if you feel like you can't draw, you can't paint, you can't make videos, you can't do ASMR, whatever it is, you can do it. You just have to try. And you'll try, and the first point where people give up is they try it once and they're not satisfied with what they produce, or they don't like how it looks, or it's not as good as they want it to be. And the secret is that is what's supposed to happen. The first time, the first 10 times, the first 100 times you make something, it's supposed to be bad. And the 101st, the 500th time, the 1000th time, there will still be things that you don't like about it, but you will have gotten so used to what you do, you've gotten so used to the technique that goes into it, that eventually you're going to be the only one that sees those things that are mistakes, that are things you wish you would done better. And over that same course of time, there will be more and more things you do like about what you make. There will be more things about your videos that you like. There will be more details about your drawings that you like. And alongside those things, you'll also have people that will say the same thing. They'll say, you're great at drawing. You are great at art. You're great at videos. And to me, that's not the goal, but it is something that is kind of a guiding star in creative work. I think it's okay for it to be a goal if you want to make art that people love, if you want to make videos people love, great. But you can also do it for yourself. The thing is, if you do it for yourself, you do also have to be kind to yourself. You have to equally weigh the things you do like about whatever you're making with the things that you don't like about whatever you're making. And that's really hard to do, because as humans, it is very easy for us to focus on negatives, and it's just as easy for us to ignore positives. Don't do that, because that's going to be what prevents you from going forward, more than the quality of what you're doing, more than the things you don't like about it. It's going to be just that, more than the objective quality of it, more than how many people enjoy it. Just move forward with intention and accept mistakes, criticism as gifts, because they really are. They are things that guide you, and they are a necessary part of any sort of creative endeavor. Everybody looks at those things differently. A lot of people aren't going to see what you see, whether it's writing, whether it's art, whatever. Look at the mistakes or the things that you find that you want to change as gifts, because that's where the real magic happens. Again, I really want to thank those of you that are here for this, for listening to me ramble in my closet, for talking to me, for giving me comments and feedback, for watching my videos. I started doing this because I really love ASMR, and I really love making content, and it just seemed like a natural fit for the two. I still have a lot of mistakes to make. I still have a lot of things to find out about doing this. But I look forward to the day that those of you that are watching this now have been longtime fans and people who really helped shape this community and helped guide me towards more things that we both want. I also hope that whatever's going on in your life is good, that you're able to find things that make you happy and space for you to breathe and relax and do the things that you want. There's sometimes where it seems like those sort of moments are few and far between, but no matter who you are, you do deserve those moments, and I hope that they come regularly and don't go unnoticed. Until then, sleep well. Good night.